The power of commitment and building a team. Let's go. Building a team can be hard, but it doesn't have to be. There's many things you can do to improve the quality of your team. This is part 3 in a series on building a team effectively, and this one is about commitment. Being on a team doesn't have to be dry. It can be joyful. It can be amazing. You can do that by actually contributing your voice to the team discussion. You can do that by bringing your energy. When I'm on a team, I'm smiling a lot. I'm looking for that opportunity to bring who I am to my team. And I imagine that all my team members are expecting and hoping for the same from their point of view. So when you're in a team meeting, make sure you focus on 2 things. 1, whatever you're discussing, make sure it's clear. Make sure every single person on the team understands what you're talking about right now. Are we talking about this goal with this nuance or without that nuance? Are we talking about this opportunity with these pieces or with an extra piece that we didn't talk about earlier? What are we really trying to achieve? Knowing that is really, really important. You can do this by actually being involved in the conversation and bringing your voice to it. If you're a leader, it's really critical that you allow everybody on the team to weigh in to what they want to talk about, what's important to them, what they think about the idea on the table. So if I bring up an opinion in my team meeting and I say, I don't think we should do that because of these reasons, it's the job of every other team member to look at that idea separate from me. So put the idea on the table and allow every single person to look at that idea and say, is that a good idea based on what we know right now? If you do know that, you know that it's a great idea, share that. If you have challenges, question the idea, question the validity of it, question the value, the potential outcomes you're looking for. Will this idea do that for you? If it won't, look at new ideas. If it will, weigh in, give your opinion so that idea can flourish. What's really critical about any team discussion is that you don't own the idea. The idea is not yours. Once you share it, it doesn't matter who shared it. It matters that we look at the potential and the quality and the various facets of that idea. There's a couple things I want you to look out for when you're trying to build commitment on your team. One of the key ones is called submission. When a strong voice, potentially the manager or boss or even the leader, when one individual tries to make everyone else submit to their opinion, to their voice, to their idea. This is dangerous in a few ways. 1, it doesn't allow everybody to have a voice. 2, it breaks trust, which is kind of fundamental to any team. And 3, you're probably going to make a bad decision because you don't actually have all opinions, all data, all ideas on the table. So when you do decide and follow through using submission, you're going to come up with a less than ideal and more likely a problematic decision, which will not give you the outcomes you want and will cause harm. Another trap to look out for is consensus. Consensus usually means that everybody's on the same page and you agree on something. Yet when done poorly, consensus actually can be problematic because what happens is that you're actually everybody is kind of limping in. They're not really agreeing, but they just want to kind of move through this topic and want to go on to the next thing. And again, you're missing out all the different opinions. No one's really challenging the key idea, and you're going to end up with a less than ideal result. And people will feel bad, and maybe actually really bad, because they didn't actually give their opinion and they didn't weigh in to what was important. Avoid this trap. Another trap is waffling. It's when you limp in to a discussion and you're not really taking a stand of what you want. It might look like something like this. Yeah, it would be great if we talked about if we should do this training, but I don't know if I really want this training. Do we need training? Yeah, we do need training, but do we need it now? And what about the budget and who should attend? And I don't know. Education is good, but is it good now? And will it be online? It will be in person? It will be a long thing, a short thing? If this is you or your team, you're not really talking through what really needs to be important. You're just all over the place. No one's taking a stand. No one is being bold in their assertions. Then you're going to end up with nothing. You're going to revisit this topic over and over and over, and nothing's going to get decided. Nothing's going to get done. And of course, no results, no outcomes, which is the purpose of any team discussion, is to agree on something and then carry it out so you can learn from that decision and get results that will inform the next decision. Avoid waffling. It's really dangerous. An amazing tip that I strongly recommend for any team that is struggling to make the decision or really wants to get agreement and clarity for any decision or issue you're talking about is to do something called a pre-mortem. So you may have heard of a post-mortem. Post-mortem is after something's complete and it's dead, it's ended. Let's talk about what happened and what can we learn from it. A pre-mortem is actually visioning in the future, trying to think, what would that look like if it went sideways? What would it look like if it didn't end the way we hoped? That's a pre-mortem. So in a pre-mortem, you want to talk through three things. The first category of the pre-mortem is things you can avoid. If this outcome ends up in a way that we didn't like, it goes sideways, it falls off the rails, things aren't good, then we want to identify all the things that we can avoid. Well, if we didn't do this piece, then we would avoid this challenge. Or if we gave information early, then we can avoid this potential problem. Avoiding and identifying things you can avoid can really save a lot of pain and suffering, and also can reduce the risk and stress of every team member, so the team in general can commit wholeheartedly. The second category is around mitigation. Mitigation is the concept of how do we reduce the outcomes, the results, the impact of other things. So you make your decision, you're imagining what happens, and then you realize, oh, this could happen. We could offend a bunch of customers. We could hurt the quality of our product. We could potentially lose a job or lose a client. Okay, how do we mitigate that? Well, a couple things we could do is we could create a quick Q&A to allow people to understand why we're doing what we're doing, and so they're not so stressed out and worried about this and won't make a rash decision. Another mitigation could be we bring in a couple other experts that are around our team so they can think through these different things and how they could reduce that impact. The third category is around buying insurance. My dad was an insurance manager, salesman, trainer. Learned a lot about how insurance really reduces people's stress, gives them peace of mind. In case this happens, then we're protected. In case this happens, I don't have to think about it anymore because it'll be covered. Insurance is a really important category to think about when doing a pre-mortem and trying to make a decision, a commitment as a team, so that if worst case scenario happens, you don't lose out on a huge opportunity, you don't cause a lot of harm. So if you're going to put out a new product, for instance, say you're a large company and you want to put out some kind of app that allows your customers to engage with you or to maybe even pay and buy and move things, then you want to be able to, insurance, a simple way of insurance would be, we also have the key website there in case the app doesn't work as well as we'd hope. Having that kind of insurance reduces your stress, improves your joyfulness, and your likelihood to buy in, commit as a team to carry out this decision. Commitment is so critical to a team. It's so important. It may be the most important thing after trust, because the way to build trust is by carrying out actions collectively, learning from them and adjusting. Commitment is something we need to be effective in anything. If we want to take on a new activity, maybe build a YouTube channel like I'm doing, Then you have to really commit to it, stick to a schedule, keep learning from your ideas, and go all in, bold, all in. What have I done to do commitment with my own YouTube channel? Well, I've committed to the idea of doing one video each week, which, of course, if you like these videos, subscribe and click the like button. What else have I done? Well, I've invested in my YouTube channel and in my experience in my videos by using, say, a background that I got from a friend as I was talking about this, or buying lights that help support the quality of the lighting and the visuals, by learning how to do better editing, by practicing over and over and over. These are all things I did to commit to create better content for you and to make my experience also more impressive and more joyful. Because if I enjoy it, I'm more likely to do it. If you enjoy whatever you're doing, you're more likely to continue doing it and to improve. Trust, vulnerability, commitment, conflict. These ideas are important. You can do them. I believe in you. You believe in you. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked it, I hope you hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. As I said, I bring out a new video each week, helping you get better, helping you think through your profession, improving how you do what you do. We all can learn from each other, and this is my contribution to you. Thanks so much. Have a good week.